Welcome to Verbal Peak Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Like to welcome you all to the show. Today we have Marcus Muhd, film director, producer, slash actor. You can find his works on Tubi with such titles as Slice of Cake, and he's starring in a film titled Mr. Franklin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother Moore, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Yes, sir. Now, check this out, right? So, when you in the industry, is what they call the film industry, art can sometimes imitate life. Or you would have to be a visionary to where you're in tune to societal issues and you can make a movie that can exploit those issues or give a solution to the issues through the lens of a camera and a script.
Yes, sir.
And recently, and within your films, I'm noticing how you will inject the male-female role. Now, do you do that as far as the future to show how we can better ourselves in time, or are you showing where we're at now?
I hope to.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I hope to help make it better. But I understand that first we have to kind of expose it. Is a lot of people don't really know it or understand it, or just in denial. I just don't want to admit it. So first, it's got to start with the exposure part of it.
And exactly, because I'm seeing, and I don't know why, but I am seeing the fact that 70% of black women not married, and that's just not just within the black community, but throughout that whole concept of relationships between male and female is getting warped some kind of way. Now, do you think that it's done by design, or has time created a new scenario between the two genders?
I think it's all initiated by design, and it's carried on by willfulness at this point, right? Because there's just too much knowledge out there,
right? Because I when you grew up watching certain shows, the dynamic of the male was prevalent, the dynamic of the female was prevalent, and and you could see the peace and harmony. And when you were younger, you were saying, okay, well, this is my example, and this is what I hope to have, for the next generation as we were becoming into adulthood. You watch these from elementary, junior high, high school, and, you go out court and you trying to, but then something, bam, came in the mix of the thing to where it was like they were pitting male against female, like if they took a playbook right out of the Willie Lynch documents, right, or doctrine. And I'm like, how can this shape society? And where I get this from is, if you look at Babylon fell, I was looking at when Rome fell and Augustus, he was like, how many. He came and had a speech, and he was like, how many of you all are in a relationship? And not too many held their hands out, right? And he was, and at that time, they had a lot of same-sex things going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, see, he said, this will cause us to fall. He said that, meaning Rome, Greece, other societies, he was pointing out how that was their downfall. And you can start seeing it in today's time with the bickering going on. It's like it's this show, Housewives of in Huntsville, Alabama, or some show. It's a reality show dealing with a male and Martell, and male is a female, Martell is a male. But women are painting Martell as the poster child of all black men and saying that black men are the problems. They're the problems that the black women are having. And all the woes of life is being dumped on the black male's head when we got so many things to fight. Just our pure existence. From police, economic, being watched, then trying to take care of a helpmate or our significant other. It's just wild, and it's like, how do we navigate through all of this, and at the same time keep the confidence of the female within us?
It's that's the challenge, bro. I mean, for us who understand and know what's going on, we have to shoulder the weight, man. You know, with wisdom comes sorrow, sadly, because you can't make another person accept what you know and understand, and that's what brings into play what you may have as a talent. Like us, we do films and music and things like that. So a lot of people pick up on a better way just by hearing a word in a song or a movie. And it's just a seed that germinates the positivity in them and the enlightenment in them to start doing things a little better. But I had to come to the realization that it's not going to happen overnight. You know, it's a process.
What does the future looks like if we don't curve this thing? I mean, if we don't, get a grip, get a hold of this thing.
It doesn't look good, you know. If we don't get a hold of it, there's no way we're going to have a bright future going to where we're going, and we continue down that path. You know, if we do the math, it's not a good sight. It's not a good society. Right now, we're already at war with one another socially. You know, it could get worse.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, they wanted to bring Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade up on charges for having their son dress up like a female when he was younger, and they were stating that they didn't give him a choice, a chance to decide, right? Saying that that's like a brainwashing, But I guess I'm trying to say, where is the moral measuring tool? Who is in society that's saying, hey, this is right and this is wrong. You should do this. You shouldn't do that. This is the effect if you do this. It's like everybody is afraid, or they bought into chaos and everything is just up in the air. So whatever happens just happens. But, it's like, where's the moral guide? Or is it a moral guide? I don't know. I'm going on what I saw and the standard when I was coming up versus how times are today. Meaning, how did we evolve into this period in time? Was it because of people was just quiet and that it happened, or is this just what it is, and we should stop fighting it?
Wow, bro! I didn't know that Dwayne Wade and Gabriel Union was brought up on charges for something like that, bro. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, the young lady, she was running for office. She wanted to bring up, she initiated, she wanted to bring up charges against them for not giving the son a choice in deciding his gender because he was a youth at the time and they were putting finger and his mother. Now, and his mother, which is not Gabrielle Union, but his biological mother, she was upset at how they was doing her son.
Hey, bro, I agree with her. I will be upset. I catch a case. You're not going to do my son like that. I want to ask what the ethnic background is of the person that brought these charges.
Right.
Because
right.
It's significant. It really goes back to the conversation that we're having.
Right.
Why attack them like that with the law, with the book of law,
right,
instead of really trying to address the problem with them personally? If you know them good enough to bring charges against them, then maybe you should be trying to work with them one-on-one, and working with the family and seeing how you can help address the issue and then guide them into a better way. Because like I said, I totally agree with her, but I don't think I agree with her bringing the law because you're going to do that to every parent. Because you got Charlize Theron raising a young, I think 2 young black males as girls right now. I don't hear any. Yeah, she's been doing it for years. I mean, the boys are probably teenagers by now. Nobody said anything about Charlie. I stopped watching the movies because I can't even watch her and just think about that.
Well, we for some reason, in my opinion, that black people are the poster child for whatever agenda that they want to present to society, and I revert to the abortion issues where they passed these new abortion laws, but it was a lot of black faces. But really behind that was that they just didn't want white women to abort because of, and this is their own scientists saying that white people will be the minorities by 2042. But yet instead of saying that, hey, I guess they can't come out and say that, I don't know. But instead of saying that, hey, we need to stop, we want to increase our population, the white population, so stop with the abortions, they just put it across the board. We're arresting anybody who helps or aids someone to get an abortion. And if you turn that person in, you can get $10,000 and so. And some of the faces was, black and brown faces. It's like, wow,
Well, because we're the best advocates for anything. All we got to do is get it in our hands. Just hand it to us. We're going to take the ball and run it. Because we just extremists, we done got hit over the head so badly. It's like whatever that we given, we go to the extreme with it because that's really how we're inclined to attack things. We get it and we go because that's how we are. But then we somebody give us the opposite of it, then we're gonna go that way with it. And I feel like there we go again with throwing the book at people, the book of the law, just bringing physical law enforcement against people to try and change the dynamic of the way society is going. When I think we should already notice that it's just not the time of Moses like that anymore. We're just going to slam the tablets on people and it's going to make everything better without even trying to teach them and guide them and give them some kind of enlightenment. People just have to know who they are, first of all, and then maybe they'll change their ways, Yes, the Caucasian people, they've been in charge for thousands of years, and then they look at the world, so there's no arguing with history, but maybe if people that are still caught up in that history will sit down at the table and just given a piece of understanding, then maybe they'll decide to change their ways on their own. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But see, this is the thing. I believe, right? I could be wrong. But when you have a knowledge, or if you have something that you wholeheartedly believe in, but its time is up, then sometimes that stubbornness won't allow you to believe in anything else, or even believe that the fact that the time is up for what you previously believed in. That's just science. That's just evolution. Certain it's like I don't care how many people who would say, "Hey, America was better when there was slavery, and we can fix this thing, and if we can implement some form of slavery, but the fact of the matter is that would never happen again. That time is outdated, and that mindset is outdated."
That's true. No, that's not happening again.
Right.
No, that's not happening again. I really don't think the sensible white people among us believe that would ever happen again.
Right.
I mean, it's like, it gets to the point where it's like, I wasn't there, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, and it's like, well, listen, you're benefiting from it, so you kind of a part of it still, But then you go to the other side of the lake, and you got people riding down the street in pickup trucks with guns on the back of it and flags, like you in Beirut or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many different levels to this thing.
Right. But do you think it's all in the mind? Because I heard it, and a friend of mine, she said it too, and it brought it to my attention. She was like, even in college, even in life, they were saying that as a black male or a black female, you have to work twice as hard as your white counterparts to make it. And it's like, it's 2022. You got, why?
Because it's the hatred and the racism is baked into the system. It's designed into the system, into the institutions, into the classroom, into the corporate America. You can watch specials on TV right now as to how the same house in one neighborhood will be outbidded in a different neighborhood just because of the ethnicities, the difference in the different races,
Right.
So it's just it's the whole system of it. You got to have somebody standing over you saying, N-word, N-word, N-word. I'm not gonna let you do nothing. It's just already it's a setup.
Right. But that's my point. That's my point, because we're getting back into the relationships between male and female, and that's my point. It's played out. If the rule was up, 6,000 years of rule was up in 1914, right? Say you did give it 100 years of mercy, which is 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Then, how do you pull out of it? Meaning, how do you pull out the mud when the pressures or the weight is not on you? When it's been so embedded in your mind. It's like the lion in the cage. Okay, the gate is open now. How do you realize that you are actually free to roam the earth now because the time is up? Even though you're right, it's weaved into society, to the television, to the show, because it became it's monetized now. It's money in the race, but still, how do you wipe free the slave mind and then the mindset of one slave master? Because the mindset of a slave master is a victim, and the mindset of the slave mindset is a victim.
Right.
Yeah. And how? Say again, brother.
I'll listen. Go ahead.
Now, how do you? How do they? How do we bring in the new time? But this is the thing, and this is the thing, brother Mark. And I'm glad I'm having a discussion with you. The new time, though, can't be. You can't bring the old mindset into the new time.
Right.
And like you said, is white folk don't want to carry that over as well.
Right.
And as black folk damn sure ain't standing for it no more as well.
Right.
Right? And so, damn, there you go right there, brother Mark. You see, you right. We separating.
Well, I mean, that's like the that's like the nuke bomb. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You want to go nuclear? We all just needed to goddamn separate because we gonna keep fighting and squabbling and killing and doing this and doing that. It's like a marriage. You got to divorce. You got to get away.
Yeah.
Separate. When you're on drugs or you're on some kind of addiction, you got to get away from the people that got the same addiction and the places.
Right.
You got to separate yourself, people, places, and things until you get yourself together. And then maybe after everybody get their minds set, and stable, maybe we can come to the table and start talking like civilized people and make some solutions happen.
All right. You right.
But yeah, separation. Otherwise, we're gonna lose a lot of people because the law don't give a damn. You bring in corner law to people trying to change them because of your personal opinion or your personal thoughts about the situation. But the natural law don't move.
Right.
And it doesn't care. Throw something in the air that's real heavy and look at it and see what happens. Stand up on it and throw it up and look at it. Nature don't care. So you want to continue down that road of whatever it is, hating, abortions, fight, killing, robbing, stealing. I mean, you're just going to lose. And it's everybody's. First of all, nature is self-preservation. First, if you don't want nothing out of life, okay, gotcha. But you're still going to try to preserve yourself unless you're just ready to commit suicide. So if you want to commit suicide, we ain't got to worry about you. It's sad, but we're not worried about you trying to preserve yourself. So we talking about the self-preservators.
Right.
Now, if you want to preserve yourself, you're going to do the thing that's necessary to preserve yourself. And if you trying to make an equation happen like 2 + 2 is 6, you keep trying it long enough, you're going to realize that you're not going to preserve yourself with that mathematical equation.
Right. Come on.
You got to come on back to nature because nature don't move.
Come on.
And do 2 + 2 is 4. Now you got your foundation.
Come on, man.
And stop playing,
And that's the problem. That's the answer right there. See, that's the answer. With relationship, think about it. Slavery time, right? The slave master put the two together. It wasn't no courtship. So he didn't get a chance to learn who she was, and she didn't get a chance to learn who he was. Y'all just get together, have kids, and just make it work. But it worked based on survival instincts. No choice. But now today, that mindset has been passed down. So you right. Some is, oh man, look at that body. I want that one. Some is, oh, he got money. I want to get with that one.
Right.
But it's not based on nature or nothing real.
It is not.
And that's the problem.
Carnal vanity. Yeah.
That's the problem.
We don't know how to do that no more. This is one of the things that they took from us. That economics and engineering, things like that, they took from us to create slaves out of us. So we don't know nothing about no courtship and all that kind of stuff. We were winging it for a while, doing okay until like around the 80s when they started implementing certain welfare acts that determined that the man can't be in the house if you're going to receive these subsidies and and of course, self-preservation. I'm gonna take that subsidy. I'm gonna take that subsidization. And dude, you got to get out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Unless you want to give me another baby, that you pay me some more child support on that baby, but you can't stay.
All right. What about What about love? It wasn't about feelings or love, emotion. I care. We gonna find a way to stay together and work it out.
Nah, it wasn't about we're gonna be a couple and we're gonna make some positive things happen with our lives and support one another and that shit been gone. It's been already been dead, bro. Yeah, it's over. It's over for that.
Right. But and the fun, see, this is the thing. See, now this is one problem, y'all that's listening out there. Since I'd say I give it 5 years ago, a lot of the solutions to the problems has started to reveal themselves, right? But is it too late that the problem had went on so far to where it just is what it is, even though the solution finally came? Can you go back and mend it, or damn, you know what I mean? It is what it is now.
No, absolutely, bro. It's always an opportunity for that. As long as the world is here, as long as it ain't lit up in fire and brimstone, as someone like to put it. We got the opportunity to turn it around. It's called redemption. We can do that, But will we? That's a whole nother conversation. But yes, the opportunity is there.
Now, this is where the movie thing comes in, because directors such as yourself and me as well have to create or utilize platforms that will show some of the, I could say, solutions to the problems. Because on their major networks, if it's not in flow with their narrative, they're going to block you. But we so trained to look at their media outlets to where we have to fight to get people to come to other medias to show something that would be in the best interest of the whole.
Right.
And see, that's the problem. See, because if they're making money off you, then they don't want to change the dynamics and they don't want nobody else coming in disrupting the dynamics, right? That's why they can say, well, right here where you all sitting at the table in this, you wrote a script. They'll look over it and they'll say, yeah, right here where you, at the end, I like the script, but at the end, you all were diplomatic and you came to a solution and y'all shaked hands and this showed a promising future, right? He'll say, well, nah, I like it. You know what? It'd be better if you just take a gun out and shoot him in the head. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn. Matter of fact, if you do that, here go $1 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what they fail to realize, some will say, well, yeah, who cares? Take the money. It's not going to affect the viewer, but they don't know how powerful media is. Because somebody will emulate that same scenario in real life. Sometimes art does imitate life.
Right.
And these scientists who write these, they understand that. But okay, it's you all adults, critical thinking. Hey, it's entertainment. Do you have to follow what's on the screen? Do you have your own mindset to do otherwise? You know, and that's the big question because I remember back with Dolores Tucker and they were saying, "Oh, this gangster music is corrupting our youth," so they killing the CDs and talking about. But then the artists like, but the record label was like, "Hey, man, this is just music."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, look at today, man. You name a major city, man. They wild. I mean, I heard a song where dude was talking about, it's a blessing to make it till 30.
Mm-hmm.
Our generation, was around 25, 30. But if you made the 50, you did something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now they like, if you make it to 30, you did something. And I couldn't even fathom that. But that might be that generation's saying.
I don't know, bro. I never thought I was gonna make it to 23, 22.
Right.
I was 20. I was looking at some of the things as my homeboys that was around 22 and 23 was doing, and that's all I saw. So I was a little skeptical, about 23 and 24 and beyond. Like I'm sitting here right now, like, damn, what do I do now? That's it.
Right.
But,
we still here.
Yeah, we still here. That
Right.
means that we have something to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I mean, if the knowledge never touched those heads, they can't see beyond that.
Right.
I was blessed to have a light shine, and I took I guess you could say the initiative, or I responded properly.
Right.
When I got that certain enlightenment.
Right.
In order to at least save my existence.
Right.
Now, I can't say I done moved mountains and out of there. I mean, at least I'm here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But hey, if you never get in contact with some information that allows you to see beyond your reality and your environment, then yeah, you will perish right there. But like I said, but right now, it's like this is the digital age, this is internet, this is search engines, and this is computers in our pockets, man. Ain't no excuse for you not knowing something more than what you see.
Right. But wisdom, when you make it past 30, 35, you got wisdom to share. Now, it's like you can see someone making an error because you've been there, you've done it, and you say, you might want to try this. It'll take that burden off of you. And that's all you can do. Now, whether they listen and do it or not. But there's always something in you saying, damn, I just can't sit there and watch you bang your head against the wall.
Yeah.
And they get mad, oh, you don't know me, fussing, whatever. It's like, damn, dude, I'm just saying, man, damn. Why don't you just, the door is unlocked, why don't you just open and walk through it? He climbed through the window, scraping up, getting cut by the glass, and say, man, just go in there and open the door.
Yeah, twist the knob, man, you tripping.
Yeah, turn the knob, okay,
I'm kick though. Twist the knob, man, walk in.
Just go and walk in, man. The time is up, you don't have to do it. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You free, man. You ain't got to peep around the corner and, because as you stated though, we don't know how to use the law to our advantage because we've been taught to mistrust the law. So we don't know how to go in there and write this report, go and file this claim against so and so. Go in here and, you know what I mean? We don't know how to stand there and say, hey, I'm a human being and I want this and I didn't like the way I was treated this way. You know what I mean?
Right.
That I don't know, bro. That can be you. That's a plus. That's meaning it's so much to learn, bro. It's so much to learn as far as sovereignty. Who are you? What is your rights? You know,
Mm.
what's your position? You know, in this world. Meaning, you look in the mirror. Okay, you say, "Yeah, I am somebody." Okay, well then, go out and create. It's 2023. Then why it shouldn't be a mindset of, "Damn man, I don't know what tomorrow gonna bring. How I'm gonna make it. It's hard out here. I can understand a generation saying that before the internet was created, but you got online businesses. You can make money on websites. I mean, it's just the world just opened up so vast to see young people at a corner store begging for money.
They don't realize how easy they got it, man, with the things they have at their access, at their disposal. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have that when we were coming up. This internet and e-commerce and distribution on the internet and online this and online that. We didn't have those tools. It was like beat your feet. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out here and grind.
Right.
And you got to get out here and actually socialize with some real life people.
Right.
And convince them that what you're doing is worth it, you know?
Right.
Like right now, you can just put a little filter on your face and download somebody else's song and put it on Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And get you some likes and somebody click on it and somebody make some comments and now you're getting paid, you monetized. And
right.
if you knew how to parlay that into some real merchandise, and now you got your another business going.
Right.
You know, if the real estate company like the merchandise, then maybe they might want to pull you up and give you an offer somewhere. I mean, it just, you just don't, there's no end to the information, like the information highway. They named it right. You know? You just get on it and take a ride and you'll get somewhere if that's what you want to do.
Right.
But as far as just walking up on people and tapping them on the shoulder, like, give me your purse, and, you know, it's kind of ridiculous, you know, but it's the world we live in.
It's the world we live in. But we gotta create a film where it's showing how the slave mind was defeated. Might have to create one showing the importance of actually getting to know someone as far as relationships, i.e. male, female, right? Might have to create one showing what's going to happen if it's not done. You know, but you know, and I'm saying that to say that those donors out there who need scripts and who would actually like to see their vision on the big screen, A-Tone Productions. Do it up for you right.
Hey, we'll put it on the screen for you.
Put it on the screen for you.
We'll do that. Oh, yeah.
Because media has been used in time to shape thinking.
All the time.
All the time. Powerful tool. I mean, it's powerful. Powerful tool.
Shapes, sounds, symbols, colors, you know, visual textures, all of that. They always use that, all the way back to hieroglyphics and beyond.
Come on.
People still digging up statues and things like that. It's the same thing. It's just now we're doing it on a digital level. Yeah, you always passing on information. It's culture.
Culture. It's time. Right. But the thing is who and that's what it's about. 2023, who's gonna be at the head creating the culture and out of what mindset? And that's what it's about. So you can be at the forefront producing a reality that's beneficial, or you can be at the forefront creating a reality that will create chaos. Right? Because before we go more, because why? Because if God appeared in the person of a man, so it is Satan can appear in the person of a man. And both of them create, somebody creating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Before we get out of here, bro, more anything you want to let the people know?
Oh, man, just get with us, man. I'm atonepro.com. Just check out what I have going on my website. You know, you can skip the algorithms with the social medias and just go straight to what I'm doing, and hook up with me, you know.
Yeah.
And also, Rebel Pick Radio.
Yeah.
Get with him, man. Get with this man. He's doing his thing. Always got his ear to the streets, bringing you the knowledge, information, up to date, up to speed, with the proper perspective, positivity. Get with Cold Black, and we'll see y'all at the top, man.
Yeah. We rolling. More, you know what? You know why we can do this though, more?
Mm-hmm.
Cause we free.
We free, bro.
We can do it. We got a free mind. We can do this. Why not?
That's it.
There you go. All right, man. All right, when I holler at your Bro Pick Radio, we out.